Hi, Brave Tribe. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. And one of the questions that came up and that we talked about in one of our past calls was what to do when you have a friend that acts one way when you are together and acts completely different when you're in a group. It can be really confusing and even hurtful. There's actually lots of reasons why this could happen and may be happening in your relationship. One reason could be social anxiety. Some people feel more comfortable talking one to one, where there's less pressure to perform or be the center of attention. You might notice with this friend when you're in a group, maybe they become overwhelmed or anxious, which then causes them to act differently. Another reason is when you are in a group, there's different social dynamics at play. Some people may feel like they need to act differently to fit in or to be accepted by the group, which of course is going to cause them to act differently. Personality differences could also play a role. Some people have different sides of their personality that come out differently when they're one on one or in a group situation. Someone may be more reserved in one on one settings, but become very extroverted and outgoing in a group setting. Sometimes your friend might be feeding off the energy of other people in the group and getting very excited and outgoing, an opportunity almost to try on different personalities than what they normally get to do one on one or in certain situations. Some friends may feel the need to impress other people or to be seen as maybe more popular or cool, which could obviously cause them to act differently. This can be a very upsetting and confusing one that happens in friendships. When you see your friend acting differently, behaving a different way, almost like you really don't know them or they're not being their true self. Finally, context can play a role. The environment or situation you're in can influence how you act. Trying to impress others is another reason your friend may not be acting like themselves in that larger group. Some people may feel the need to impress other people or to act a certain way to maybe be seen as popular. I see this being one of the issues that a lot of friends get upset or worried because they don't feel as connected to this friend, especially if this is someone you've known for a long time and they are trained on different personality traits or acting in a way that doesn't seem consistent. If you're noticing that your friend is trying to become popular or become better friends with a more popular group, and you're feeling disconnected and wondering and worrying, are you guys still friends, or what will happen if your friend becomes part of this more popular group? Here are some tips to help you, because what we don't want to do is sit in this worried place in our brain and not take action. That's not a healthy or fun place to be. So the first and most important thing is to communicate. It's important to talk to your friend and express how you're feeling, but we want to be careful in how we do this. We don't want to sound judgmental. We don't want to sound like we're blaming. And we don't want to guilt our friend into having to spend more time with us. You want to share the things that you've noticed and how it makes you feel. We want to avoid blame and judgment. Here's a way to broach that conversation with a friend. So the first part is starting off with something that connects the friendship to help that friend realize that regardless of what you're going to communicate, that you care about them and that you're doing this because the relationship's important. So that may sound like, Susie, I am so glad that we're friends. I just wanted to talk to you about something because I just care about you. That's the warm connection. So then we go into the meat of the matter. And we want to speak from what we're noticing and seeing and maybe how we're feeling. So, Susie, I have noticed lately that you're spending some time with some of those other girls on the soccer team, which I think is great. At times I felt a little jealous or concerned because maybe I'm not as interesting as a friend or you don't want to be friends anymore. And I know some of that's just my fear and worry, but I wanted to be open and honest with you so that we could talk and I could understand more about your friendships with these other girls. So there, what we've tried to do is introduce our concern and our worry. If you don't talk about your concerns, you allow those concerns to grow and become bigger than maybe what they need to be. And you may react to those concerns rather than what's actually happening in real life. Try not to judge your friend for wanting to be popular. It's very natural to want to fit in and be liked by others. It's something that we all, as a human race, we all need connection. And so oftentimes wanting to be in that most popular group speaks to that need to belong. That looks like safety. That looks like true acceptance. So don't judge your friend for wanting that. But here's the thing, you also may need to set boundaries with your friend. If your friend's behavior is negatively impacting your relationship, it's okay to set boundaries. Let them know what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. So, for example, if they're always talking about popularity or looking for things that would be seen as popular, try to shift the conversation or ask them, hey, can we talk about something else? I know that's important, but right now I just want to really spend time having fun with you. The next piece is focusing on your own interests. It's important to focus on your interests and your hobbies, even if your friend is more interested in popularity. You need to be genuine and true to you, not to what everyone else is doing. You can still have a strong relationship, even if you have different interests, and even if you have different friends or friend groups. Now, that may also mean it's important for you to meet new people. And in meeting new people, that may require you to be open minded and to try and remove any previous judgments you might have on a certain person. And remember, oftentimes in school, you only get to see one side or dimension of a person. Having other friends and new relationships that you're nurturing can help you feel more confident and supported. And it's important to remember that friendships change over time. It's okay to move on from a friendship if your friend's behavior is consistently negative. It's really important to prioritize your own well being and happiness. It's important to remember that everyone is different and it's okay to act differently. If it's impacting your relationship, that's where I want you to reach out and communicate. If you're having a hard time finding the right words or the right way to share your concern with your friend, let us know. I'm here to help, and I'm sure all the other girls in the tribe can help you come up and craft perfect way to share your concern with your friend. So don't feel that you have to do this alone, sweet friend. We've got your back here in the Brave Tribe. If this is something that you have experienced, let us know. I would love to hear what you did to handle this situation and how maybe you addressed it with your friend. When we share and talk about these situations, it's a way for us to learn together and find different ways and strategies that might work best for you and your personality. Continue to live life bravely, sweet friends, and I can't wait to see you on our next call.